Yeah, yeah. One West. Mm-hmm. Yeah, easy. I'm sorry. Me need a break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man, I hunt for the goal and I dig it in a road and I live my life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now, me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain, me a refresh. This a game, me a reset. Move to the girl in a the beach dress. The body a roll, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears, but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we are poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5, I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we are poor, kulu rump and Tennessee with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, let the body thing. What is it? You know see me attack loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one see no ratchet flick, no matic click. No negative energy or positive. One West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We are dance till in icon. We are groove, we are vibe. And no care, no fear right off. Make it on with your life. Me say, me no want see you leave yet. Me no want see you depressed. We are party for de-stress. We work hard in a life. Hustle every day and all in a night. Man I hunt for the goal and I mash up the road and I live no life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Me stress. Me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to the girl in a the peach dress. The body a roll, she a the neatest. She nah no man, so that a the weakness. So me the inner it here, that a no real test. Nah.
Ya başı meşa bırakıttı. Sulaki, I can't, we can't hear you.
Hey, shalom, Aki Abashi me Shabakata. Alright, shalom, bro, wagwan.
Me there, you know.
Gone, most of young Christ. Alright, Cap
Yes,
seem
sir.
like him have some technical difficulty. We are waiting for him, you know what I mean, forwarding. In the meanwhile, you know what I mean, welcome to the Breakdown podcast, you know what I mean, where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. You know what I mean? Cap, the two up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, can on.
Ya başı meşa bırakıttı, Cap.
Yeah, what's going on?
Two up, sir.
Yeah, man. So we're there with the host, you know what I mean, captain of 13,000 night attack out of ISUPK North Carolina. You
That's
know
right.
what I mean? Yeah, man. And officer of 1,000 Ayazahab out of North Carolina as well. You know what I mean?
That's it.
First time on the show. You know what I mean? And me, officer of 500, Kayad one out of ISUPK Jamaica. You know what I mean? So how if we kick it off to the Cap? Go straight
Man,
into it.
Yeah, man. Let's jump straight into that, man. Straight into it. Yeah, I mean, politics, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's that's a white man's game, our oppressor's game.
Right.
You know what I mean? And black people, you know what I mean, we try to play that game, but that game is for snakes.
That's right.
You understand?
And
And that's why politicians half the things, or almost all the things they promise you while they're running for office, it never gets done.
Right.
Because they're professional liars. They understand. They learn the art of lying from the oppressor. They learn that. Because that's why we call the white man the devil, or the oppressor the devil, the Bible speaks of, because he's a deceiver. And when you learn, to play his games, of course, you're going to be deceiving black people too.
Right.
Black people are going to be thinking that, one, that you serve their best interests.
Right.
When you're going to see politicians don't serve your interests. They serve their interests and the people who pays them interests. You understand? Which is the oppressor. And let's see what Andrew, the Honorable Andrew Holt, has to say.
In the meanwhile, everybody remember, tap up the screen, like, share, follow, depending on the platform you're watching at.
That's right.
People.
There is concern of a possible diplomatic fallout between Jamaica and the United States. This after a U.S. congressman condemned Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness' statement on Cuba, warning that the country will face consequences.
What the people in the Caribbean going to ask themselves is, one, are we free?
Right.
You go ask them that if you're free. And then ask them what you're free to do. You can't tell me you a man at 26, and you're not allowed to speak your mind.
God.
You understand what I'm saying? Like your oppressor, you know what I mean? And this might be one of us too, right? But he works for the oppressor. And that's the whole thing. And that's why, the Lord tell you, when it comes to their people, don't make no marriages with them.
Right.
You understand? Don't make no marriages with them. Don't ever trust them. You understand? Get up for me. I think it's in Ecclesiasticus 12.
Marriage or covenant?
No. Get it one way, say never trust thine enemy.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. Salaki. Give me a second.
That Ecclesiasticus or tease?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible said never. So in other words, you can't go join the military. You can't go join the government. You can't join anything belonging, that they in control of. You cannot. You can't do it. Because it's telling you what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust the enemy. And your black leaders, your politicians, they made you think that the oppressor, especially your preacher, made you think that the oppressor was your friend.
Right.
When in reality, he is your enemy.
That's right.
And that goes to the blacks, you understand, the Hispanics, and the First Nation people. That's why when you go join an organization that he runs, a government that he runs, or he's in charge of, you hate your own brothers. You understand? You think you're going in there to help your brothers when you're not going in there to help your brother. You're going in there to work for the oppressor.
That's right.
To further oppress your brother. And the dude who made what you call it again, reference to Andrew Holness speaking was something Mendez.
Jimenez. Congressman Jimenez.
You know what I mean? I don't know, he might be a Spaniard, but it sure sounds like one of us. You understand? Always trying to do the oppressor bidding.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the Bible says what? Never trust your what?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
You know.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
You understand? The Bible is saying ain't no way he could be good. And give me that too, where you talk about you can't make crooked what the Lord made. You can't make straight what the Lord made crooked. Because you know what I mean, like black people always have this hope that one day the oppressor gonna see us that we hard-working people, that we this, we that, the other. When the Bible trying to warn you, don't look for that. And
Right.
that's your preacher. That's your preacher fault. Your preacher have you going in the church and telling you God loves everybody. But when you come out and see the world in its real form, that's not how the world is. And then your preacher gonna be like, well, don't worry about that. God loves everybody. Now you have to worry about all that. Your survival of your nation depends on it.
Right.
You understand? Right?
So like I said,
come on.
You want me to read verse 11?
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet
right? and humble himself. You know what I mean? Like that politics, it seems as if they're humbling themselves. The way they talk, the way they speak to you. You understand? We're doing this because Cuba has a dictator. What? We blind? We're doing this because Maduro is a drug dealer. Oh, we stupid, right?
Right.
We stupid. You understand? It's songs. Yeah, I mean, it's songs as if you're doing what? Like you're crouching, like, I mean, you being humble and you just, you know what I mean, you looking out for people. Read on.
Can. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
The Bible telling you, take good heed and beware of him. Beware of him. And beware of brothers and sisters who work for these bastards.
Right.
You understand? Because they push that oppressor spirit. You understand? They have it. Read on.
Can. And thou shalt be unto him as if hadst wiped a looking glass.
You understand? Thou would be unto him as if he wiped a looking glass. Meaning you're going to see his reflection. You're going to really see who he is. If you wipe him good. You understand? And wipe him good, meaning look at his actions.
Right.
You understand? Look at his actions. This man just supported a genocide. You know what I mean? Like, come on, wipe it good and check it. Now you're going to believe anything that comes from his mouth? He was given all the good shit to Israel to go unalive these people.
God.
Them, after they done try to change your history, our history. You understand? Like brothers and sisters, I mean, these young kids growing up right now, they really don't understand the extent of slavery and the damages it did to us as a people. You understand? And that's because the oppressor, he wants us to learn what he wants us to learn about slavery. You understand? When we don't read books that our forefathers left for us, he made sure that never happened. There's no record handed down. You had to go to a library, or you had to go to some special place and then put in a request before you could get that type of information. You understand? But the Bible telling you, wipe him, and you'll see, yeah, I mean, clean that looking glass, clean it good, see his character. And what does say for what's his name? Malcolm X. Martin Luther King. He said what? Pertaining to to judge us by what? Or judge him by the content of his character.
Right.
You understand? Like that's how you're gonna have to look at it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the Bible also tells you that our politicians, our preacher, they're there for hire, for money, for mammon. You
That's
understand?
right.
And for the right price, your politicians are willing to turn their back on the evil that's being done to you and your people.
Right.
They're willing to do it. Any more on that?
Can add one can. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 11 at the end. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
You understand? And his rust is his character.
Right.
You understand? It didn't wipe away. The same white man that was there in slavery is the same white man today.
Right.
The same exact one. The only difference is that suit and tie, and they're in picture in the cane fields. You understand? But for sure, we in the cane fields, we just don't know. You understand? Because on the hell you gonna tell me my paper dollar, just like your paper dollar, worth $130 less than your paper dollar?
Right.
And me and you gonna do the same work, but I gain $130 less worth. I don't understand. Are we doing the same job? I don't understand.
Sir.
Come on.
If I may, Babu Kasha. And Andrew Holness is that same leader of Jamaica who went and put the red, gold, and green yarmulke on his head with them so-called small hats, right?
I believe that was in 2017.
In Israel.
In Israel, right?
Yeah. Gone.
You understand? That was back then. So which means he in the pocket.
Right. And so like I said, if I may, I just wanted to land this real quick. And that's to show our people, you know what I mean, Israel, wherever we are, especially based on what we're talking about right now in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, we cannot trust the oppressor. We cannot trust the people that have brought us in the position that we are. You know what I mean? We have to divert our minds from Stockholm syndrome. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that is why we have this podcast right now to enlighten and educate our people on the right and the wrong things to do when it comes to, you know what I mean, just not just your livity, but your spirituality as well. You know what I mean? Salaki.
That's right. Kid, one, you get that one where it talks about you can't make crooked, can't make straight out what the Lord made crooked.
Salaki. I had it up a while ago.
Because that is exactly what's going on. Because black people think, you know what I mean, that one day, I mean, and it's not just black people wherever we are. We think that one day, you know what I mean, he's going to see us for who we are, that we work hard. When that shit is never going to happen. You understand?
So like Ecclesiastes 7 and 30.
Go ahead.
Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he has made crooked?
Yeah, and you understand? Like he made this oppressor to be who he is, to be the villain.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like in a movie, if it is if you don't have a villain, then ain't no movie to look at.
Yeah,
and ain't no need for a hero. Black man, Hispanic, and First Nation man, you the hero on this earth. You the hero. You understand?
Khan.
The so-called oppressor, he is the villain.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't let what your politicians and say try to sway what your eyes seeing. You seeing a genocide, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You seeing a siege on a people, yes. You seeing these things with your eyes. It's happening in front of you. But your politicians will come up on TV in front of you and make you think it's not happening. Not saying that what Andrew Holness did. Andrew Holness came up and said the right things. But there's something else that must be done. Is no less than a woman, you know what I mean, or a man in a relationship, and a man saying, baby, I love you. But he is abusing this woman. He is doing everything evil to this woman. But I love you. I care for you. Nah. As a woman, you want out of that relationship. You understand? You would want out of that relationship. Well, how come the oppressor, he could do anything to our people, and then we say what? He gonna be good one day? No, you will tell a woman to run from that type of relationship. You'll tell a woman she's one day she is going to die because of this relationship. You understand? Well, we need to open our eyes and see it. And our leaders, they're supposed to be the ones put in charge in helping us see the danger before it arrives. But that is not happening.
Right.
You understand? That is not happening with us. You understand? Go ahead.
Just to the point where you just make a while ago. You know what I mean? Andrew Holness usually him don't say the right things. For example, when the hurricane did pass through Jamaica with there, he never said the right things. He never said, you know what I mean, things sensitive to our cause. But, you know what I mean, him not known for saying things where it seem like him a advocate for, you know what I mean, black people, especially Hispanics, now that him a talk about the Cubans. You understand? Where Ayaza bring out a while ago, clearly, him you know which side him depend. Because put on the army can go down a thing there, go down Israel, and him pray to that wall. So you know which side him depend. You understand? So him no usually speak on behalf of our people. Him one of the leaders where, you know what I mean, him pick him side. Like what you said, the leader supposed to warn when trouble is at the gate. The JLP and the PMP, them don't want to when trouble at the gate. But right now, it seems like, you know what I mean, it's possible that this situation can affect the stable government and power we have in Jamaica. Maybe now him think it's necessary for him speak out on it. Because you see where the problem in Cuba might affect Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because if Cuba fall apart, Jamaica will feel it because it's just a boat ride away. It's just a boat ride away. So if Jamaica get flooded by refugees and, you know what I mean, people are look asylum, stable Jamaica, which we are suffering. We are suffering in Jamaica, you know. But obviously, power structure in Jamaica stable. Nobody now uprise. Nobody, the country are run according to how them want it run. But Cuba now, being a destabilized country, as it seems like it's about to be, threaten Jamaica. It seems like it can threaten the stability of Jamaica. So now him want to speak out. Now him find courage. Which, to me, I don't see, like I tell you before, I don't see him as a courageous man still, you know.
Yeah.
He seems like a coward to me, you know. But he might put himself in a situation where, you know what I mean, him sure that him really don't have no power. Because right as he met that statement, here comes a US congressman I put him in place.
Yep.
You understand? So, you know what I mean? We have to see what is going on still, but you know what I mean? Him not really have no real empathy for people, for poor people, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If I may, I want to ask a question real quick. So, is he a Benjamite or he a heathen?
The jury is out on that, but we have to assume that he is a Benjamite.
Okay, Most High in Christ.
His father appears to be one.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so now I'm gonna make this statement now. Everything that you just said is super nuclear. You know what I mean? And because he has a reputation of not saying right things and he said the right thing, that's the Lord. That's the Lord right there. Because Commanding General Yahan and all the generals and the captains above us has always been saying that when the time comes, we going to gather ourselves together when we actually recognize how evil the oppressor is and what his agenda is. You know what I mean? So that's all I got with that. Salakia.
Okay.
You wanna
Salakia, sir. You want me to read the article?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this is the Jamaica Observer, and it says, U.S. Congressman says Jamaica to face consequences after PM's Cuba statement. United States Congressman Carlos Jimenez blasts Prime Minister Andrew Holness via X on Wednesday following Holness' comments sharing solidarity with Cuba as the Caribbean country deals with the effects of an oil blockade engineered by the U.S.
How are you?
Addressing Holness in his capacity as the leader of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, Jimenez said, I harshly condemn this and find it lamentable that the Jamaica Labour Party will cover up for the moribund dictatorship in Cuba when the Castro regime repeatedly intervened in Jamaica's politics to exacerbate partisan tension and undermine the JLP. You know what I mean? And Slakia, if I may, this what this politician is, this congressman is saying, you know, to me, this is, what do I call it? In Jamaica, would I say mind games? You see? Because the history book shows that the US was the ones who interfered in Jamaican politics.
Yes.
Understand? But he must say, well, remember, it was Fidel Castro who interfered with Jamaican politics in the past, when we know that this all started because of, you know what I mean, the US intervening. You know what I mean? So I use the past as if he might try to say, remember who for side the depot.
Yeah. The reason why he wants to use the past is because they were the ones in control of our narratives.
Yeah,
I'll constantly say it like that, because if we were in control of the narrative, we will write what really happened, what went down. We'll write it in our way. But they know that if they're in control of it, they could write it in a way where when 20 years, 10 years pass, 100 years pass, they will look as if they came in and saved the country when they were the ones destroying the country. You understand?
Damn right, sir.
That's when you are going to have to depend on brothers like yourself. You know what I mean? Or I should say, like Commander Jahan and the generals to come in and start teaching young men to, you know what I mean, to really properly look at history. And not just look at history, look at the Bible. And the Bible, you know what I mean, if it ain't adding up with the Bible, brother, you better run from it. Because it's propaganda. Go ahead.
So like I said, what you just said just now is so heavy, because if we don't look at the Bible for the source of our morality and understanding of all these nations and other things like that, we're gonna be destroyed. And I want to point out something. Like in the scripture, let me grab the scripture real fast. You know, the Lord said that there's 6 things that he hates, and the 7th is as unto an abomination. You know what I mean? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. You know what I mean? That's what the oppressor has done forever. So discord amongst the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel and cause us to fight against each other and hate each other so that he can benefit. Salaki, I yield.
Right.
Yes. And what did he use? What is the tools he used? Damn money. That money
Right.
he used that money. You know what I mean? Like he, you know what I mean, he know the price. And if you can't be bought, then guess what? Guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna end up nigh onto Maduro. Or
Right.
to, or you know what I mean, or some of the leaders that they're unalive in the past. You know what
Castro
I mean?
as well. Not Castro. The Maduro was the successor of Hugo Chavez.
Yeah.
Right.
That I think it's Fidel that tried to assassinate a few times.
Yeah, but many
Yeah,
times.
You
Can't one
understand?
time.
You know what I mean? And then of course you go to our King Christ. You understand? Like they will, you know what I mean, they will unalive your leaders, they will unalive you. You understand? If you get in the way of them making money. Because there's one of the books, I think is one of them books I have where the Native Indian, one of the Native Indians, First Nation people, I think it's a Taino Indian, right? Or Puerto Rican, had said that that the god of the white man is gold, which is money. That's their god.
Nature knows no color line. I think that's in that book.
Well, you see, and it's in that book also too, more than likely, which shows you like they know that, you know what I mean, you get in between the oppressor and his money, he will you fit into go. You understand? You're gonna get unalive. You know what I mean? You trying to disrupt the world order with him being on top. Oh, there's going to be war.
Right.
You understand? It's going to be nuclear war in this place. You know what I mean?
And still, if I may, sir, like what you had bring out earlier too as well. You know what I mean? Andrew Holness speaking out might encourage others to also start, you know what I mean, take that stance here, you know what I mean, which would now point the finger on the true criminal, the true, you know what I mean, villain in this movie. You understand? Which is the oppressor. You understand? So this Congress come down swift. And come down swift with threats upon Andrew Holness as if we say, know your place. Remember say, we and only that work back in the 70s and 80s, you know. Remember say, you know what I mean, Cuba did dip on the side of the PMP. That's why I mentioned JLP, you know. Oh, you refer to the Prime Minister of Jamaica and I mentioned in political party. You understand? Talking about JLP. But the JLP have nothing to do with anything. This is the Prime Minister of Jamaica speaking. Unless you try to remind him of, you know what I mean, collaboration in the past. You understand? Making him know, say, look, remember, say, we are work together. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You understand? And it's to the point where now you're gonna have to sit back and see what Andrew Holness is going to do. And if Andrew Holness don't do anything, he was just being a politician.
Yep.
He was just being a snake.
You
understand? Because remember, he's on the island. You understand? They know the vibe of the people. You understand? They know the vibe of the people. And the shit what they're doing to Cuba is not sitting well with them. Because them Cubans been good. Them Cubans have the best doctors. You understand? All the poor, they have the best doctors out. You understand? And their resources, whatever they have, they try to help the Caribbean with it. Trinidad, Barbados, all them Caribbean countries. You understand? I would like to think that every Caribbean country have a member from their country studying to be a doctor in Cuba.
Another one, that's true.
At least one.
So like yes, sir. Jamaican send with nurses to Cuba to study.
You understand what I'm saying?
And
now he's not just crippling, and that's the whole thing. He's not, as Hall is saying, he's not going to just cripple Cuba. He's going to cripple the Caribbean. And when the oppressor do that, is like we think it's okay. We think is just by chance. No, the oppressor, when he does things, is calculated. You understand? And when I say calculated, it's calculated to the point where if he realizes the people starting to rise up, starting to, come together, build together, he's going to make sure he does something to send us 20 years back.
Right.
You understand? So now we have to work double hard. You understand? That whole thing with your money losing value, that's just to make the people work double hard. Ain't no different than what Egypt was doing. Give me that in Revelation. You understand? Give me that in Revelation.
This is the book of Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Slakia, was that it?
Yeah. That's it. That's itself. You understand? And it's saying what? Dead bodies. You understand? This is twofold. Dead bodies, meaning what? You're literal dying. You understand? Bodies of brothers being unalive. You understand? Judah, the Negroes, and the Hispanics. You understand? And the First Nation people. And their dead bodies, meaning what? You don't have the truth.
Right.
You're dead in the
right.
You walking around here like you're living dead.
So like I said, the dry bones.
Yes. You understand? Like what? Body's going to do what?
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And I understand. It was spiritually. It's called what?
Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom and Gomorrah was known for what? For homosexuality. You understand? For perverse ways of living, lifestyle. You understand? Deviancy, deviant way of living. You understand? How many people on the island, have an Epstein file? No.
Right.
It's in this city.
Right.
You understand? In America here. You understand? Which country been pushing that lifestyle on the Caribbean?
Right.
Which country?
America.
You understand? Like the Bible is telling you this space is spiritually what? Sodom. Right? Because it is full of what? Homosexuals, full of lesbians, right? Full of people who don't want to live how the Lord said to live.
That's
you
right.
Understand? Read on.
And Egypt.
And what?
Egypt.
And Egypt. What was Egypt known for? Egypt was known for bondage. It's called the house of bondage. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. Just so, our viewers who are watching, I want brothers and sisters to recognize that ISUPK is the home of the truth. You know why? Because Captain Nayatak just said that bondage is Egypt. And you might think that in your mind, these guys are saying what they want. This is a precept. If I may, Baba Kasha, my Lord.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
That's right.
It's
That's
giving you the
right.
definition of what Egypt is right there in the scripture. Silakisa.
That's right. And that shows you that we're still in bondage because Andrew Holness have to answer to America. Andrew
Right.
Holness have to answer to England. That's why the only way you have your boy Vibes Cartel World Boss out is because you had to go to England.
Gone.
You understand? You had to go to England. So
That's right.
Don't sit down and think for 1 minute you're free.
Right.
You understand? And then the Rastas want to push that weed to make you more docile, to make you more, you know what I mean, subjective to oppression. You understand? So
Right.
now you high out your mind. You're not thinking of escaping this reality. You understand?
One can't.
You rather be, you know what I mean, high and, you know what I mean,
forget about your problems and the reality around you and all them things.
Yeah. Yep. But brother, you better wake up quick because this place going down, you know what I mean, going to hell in a handbag quick. You understand?
Right.
You gotta wake up. War is coming. You understand? War.
God.
And that war,
finish your thought.
No, you go ahead.
And sir, and the war we are mentioned is part of the reason why the SWIFT and have to come down quick because, you know what I mean, them can't afford for Holness influence or other Caribbean countries are heading in the direction of viewing America on a bad light, which would have, you know what I mean, make room now for them enemies now to start influence them country and put them boots on the ground and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of station themselves in them backyard. So this have to stop quick. They have to cut this out quick. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
See that?
Yeah. Because boy, I'm telling you, like the faster we wake up and realize that the government, your government is not working for you. It appears, you know what I mean, but it's a smoke screen. It's actually working for your oppressor.
God.
And your first hand, that war in Palestine should have start opening our eyes.
Right.
And realize, just imagine you part of the UN. The UN already has their protocols on what to do in situations like these. And nothing was followed. And a genocide was allowed to go on. You understand? Remember the Bayesian Prime Minister, that woman?
Yeah.
One can.
Who the love her speech.
God.
She and all spoke up for the Cubans. But what are they doing for the Cubans?
That's right.
Give me that in the Bible where the Lord where it say words. It speaks about just
loving words.
Yeah.
One can. I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18. And it reads, "My little children, let us not love in word."
Let us what?
Not love in word.
Not love in words, man. Because somebody's saying, "I love you." Somebody's saying, I will look into that for you. I will do this for you.
God.
Oh, them words, it sound good. You understand? Sound real good. Especially them preachers. Ooh, them preachers, they could talk a game for you out.
That's right.
And right behind the preachers is the politicians. Ooh, they could sweet talk you. I remember Andrew Holness. I will increase your minimum wage. Jamaicans have been living, working and being paid below minimum wage.
The word in use was give you a livable wage, which means you know that the wages are not livable. You know what I mean?
Understand? So he knows the, he knows the language. He knows the oppressor language good.
Gone.
You understand? But all that was what? Read that again.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word,
We can't
neither
love
in tongue.
words. Neither in what? In tongue, in different language. You understand?
Gone.
You say this shit in proper English, and then in what the earth calls, what we speak, patois. You say it in patois. The same bullshit. You
Right.
understand? Read on.
Canada one can.
No, hold on. Karen, you going to say something?
Quick and fast, sir. You know what I mean? The last time him get a lot of backlash because him never speak out on behalf of Venezuela, and I think the genocide thing. So now I don't know if this might be him trying to make a comeback to make it seem like him care, you know? So I make some strong speech. So that,
okay, my opinion, Karen, I think is more so this one hitting home.
Okay, yeah.
Because this one is real close to home.
Yeah.
I mean, like we really don't know because we're not up in the politics like that to see how much Cuba was really helping them, helping Jamaica. You understand?
Could hold that one kind of, you know? Yeah. On this one. So
because you know what I mean, like remember them nurses and things. Those nurses very important, you know.
Gone.
You know what I mean? Them doctors very important. Like you have a plague like what just passed, COVID-19, running through your country. You will need good doctors and good nurses. You understand?
Right.
And he knows, you know what I mean, like there's certain things that you need to really hold a country together. You understand what I'm saying? And he knows it. Who knows how integral Cuba was for Jamaica. And the way it sounded like they had a real good relationship. You understand? And this one is going to hurt him. Because Venezuela, they would have need oil and gas, but that's something Jamaica could have coped with because they have oil and gas, they just don't have the resources to get it out. Or to, you know what I mean, do it how they would need to do it.
I get it from Trinidad. You can get it from Trinidad and other places.
Yeah.
Right.
But them type of higher level type training, brother. You know what I mean? Like you.
It's like I said.
Come on.
That's why I said earlier on, you know, when K1 brought up the point, which was heavy, you know, I noticed what he said about Andrew Holness always saying the wrong things, but this time he just couldn't help it but to say the right thing. So the point is, it's the Lord doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the Lord. Whether you want to do it or not, the Lord is making it happen. Salaki.
That's right. I mean, he will be used nonetheless, as you're saying.
Damn right, sir.
Yeah. Read on.
Canada one can. This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18 at the end. Neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
In what?
In deed and in truth.
Meaning you're going to have to do something. There's going to have to be an action. And you're going to have to say the truth. You're going to have to say it.
Right.
That's right.
You can't just say, well, Cuba this. You are going to have to be on the front line with Cuba.
That's right.
You understand? And let the people see America sanctioning you. Maybe the other countries need America sanctioning you. But the problem is America is just not going to sanction you. They are going to cause havoc and wreak havoc in your country. You understand? And that's because we're not doing what the Lord said to do. These oppressors able to come in and infiltrate and do whatever they want. You understand? Thanks be to the Lord for the Israelites. With some practical knowledge. new men are being born every day. You understand? New men, new women being born every day. And the more we put, more brothers come in, the more bricks, we do building something here. And we taking the bricks that the oppressor will be using to build his kingdom, we're taking it away from him and giving it to the Lord.
That's right.
And before you know it, it's going to fall. But you're going to have some kahunas. You're going to have some, testicles, which our leaders, are short of. Salaki. Right?
Okay.
How's it on that, right?
So like I said, I have a precept on what you were saying earlier on, if I may, Baba Kasha.
Uh-huh.
When you were making reference to our brothers and sisters need to wake up and open up their eyes, you know what I mean? And this is why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana is very important everywhere in the earth. You know what I mean? Because we teach the truth and we educate our brothers and sisters as to the things that they need, the tools that they need to get their spirit right. Yes, we can have all the money in the world, but if our spirit ain't right, the money don't mean nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you.
That's right.
Even with a sore destruction. Salaki.
That's right. That's exactly what it's going to do. You understand? And rather be destroyed with your integrity than be destroyed without your integrity, man.
Right.
You understand? Look weak when that happened. You know what I mean? Any more on the article K one?
Kind one cancer. We'll be able to scratch the article.
Go ahead. Read some.
Kind one can. He ended his post saying Jamaica will face the consequences. The Cuban-born congressman, from Cuba,
Yeah.
who migrated to the United States as a child, was responding to a post where Holness had earlier that day shared a clip of himself speaking at the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government and called for the Caribbean community to speak plainly about what is happening in Cuba.
Yeah. Because Trinidad ain't going to do it because Trinidad Prime Minister is an East Indian. She wouldn't do it.
Right.
She don't have that connection with our people. You understand? So, I mean, it's more so, the Grenadians, I think the Bajans and the St. Vincent, you know what I mean? I know Guyana has an East Indian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Dominica said.
Totally in bed with the US. Completely.
Yeah.
So like I say, if I may.
Come on.
Yeah, like Honorable Roosevelt carried the Prime Minister of Dominica, where I'm from. He aligned himself, which I you know, I mean, we don't really subscribe to that in the UPK, but he aligned himself with Russia, China. You know what I mean? And he's pushing right now to establish a one Caribbean. You know what I mean? Like a one Caribbean where we don't have to depend on America, we don't have to depend on Russia and you know, I mean, China and so on and so forth. With the CARICOM, it's been there for many years, but he's trying to enforce that policy so that we can be self-sustained, self-sustainable. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. They just had I don't think they had it, but they had a meeting just recently, and they have some meeting coming up, which is the 50th meeting of the CARICOM or something like that. Don't take my word for it. I might be off, but you know, to get the whole Caribbean to be one like one nation, one Caribbean. You know what I mean? And that is what I think. He has a good idea, but without the Lord, I don't see it working. Salaki.
Yeah,
because Silakia.
go ahead. No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Okay, I'll come in after.
Yeah, because Silakia, all that I do is just swinging from one side to the next, one oppressor to the next.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? And I guess now I understand why the congressman come out so forcefully, because he knows probably this is just some meeting to, you know what I mean? We call it when them rebel against the US. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Right.
So you want to make sure make it clear, consequences there behind of that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you're right, because
You're damn
remember,
right. You're right.
remember, they had already took money from Jamaica. I think it was what, $5 million a
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Remember, yours was getting about 5 million.
US aid gone on gone.
Yeah,
Gone on gone.
you understand? And who knows if the Cubans was the ones that was plugging that vacuum. You understand what I'm saying?
Gone on
Like we
gone.
don't, we will never know that. You understand?
Gone on gone.
But yeah, I mean, on our next note too, like that whole thing as what Ayazah brought out, and what she said also too, K1. Like they want to bring the Caribbean together, but as you're saying, it's Russia and China. It's almost like a Cold War.
Right.
They're trying to make us fight America, and then when America come for you, they know we're in sight. Like Maduro, they know we're in sight.
So
Yeah,
It's like throwing the stone and hiding your hand.
Yeah, you understand? And the Lord will never sit with that, because the Lord does not want us coming together with the East Indians. He does not want us coming together with all them heathens on the island. He wants the 12 tribes to come together.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't bow. And that's why that story, that Purim story, that is with Mordecai, right? And Esther.
Khan.
Right? Like, the Lord wants us like Mordecai, like Christ, like them disciples. We're in captivity, but that don't mean we had to bow to the oppressor. You understand? That don't mean we had to be a sellout. You understand? And then when this oppressor ain't treating you right, then you go to the other oppressor.
God.
Nah, the Lord don't want that. You understand? He does not want that. But continue reading. Salaki.
God. Today, many Cubans are facing serious economic hardship, energy shortages, and growing humanitarian challenges. We are sensitive to their struggle, but we must also recognize that a prolonged crisis in Cuba will not remain there. Holiness in the caption. God.
Yeah. Like they know what they're doing now. They know when they go to Cuba, they're going to destabilize certain things. And guess who's going to fill the vacuum for Cuba? Guess who's coming in to be the hero?
The oppressor, America.
Yeah. So now you have to depend on them more.
God.
Right.
Now you have to go to the IMF and borrow more money and be more in debt with them. You understand?
God.
Like it's going to be like this. You know what I mean? Until we recognize that we had to turn back and serve the Lord.
Damn right.
You understand? Because all it's doing is, go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, sir. Go finish your thoughts, sir.
No, go ahead.
Salaki, and it's just like the scripture we read earlier on. Like, he threw the stone and hide his hand, and then when your head busts, he come with the band-aid and everything. You know what I'm saying? Even though he go crouching and humble himself, beware of him. You know what I mean? Like, he's a slimy, you know what I mean, a snake. You know what I mean? Just like in the garden. Salaki, that's it.
Yeah. Go ahead, KR1.
Can. It can impact migration, security, and economic stability across the Caribbean, including Jamaica. He added.
Social media counts time.
Slack.
You know what I mean?
Allah. Slack. Noting that Jamaica would stand in solidarity with Cuba.
Yeah.
So like I said, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so you see what the brother just read? Like what that brought to my mind is, so what? You know what I mean? I don't want to use profanity, but to hell with the white man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm right.
He don't call the shots. Just like I just mentioned, you know what I mean, Russia and China, they got their own society, they got their own thing going on. All the Benjamites in the Caribbean can come together and have their own society. We don't need the oppressor. You know what I mean? Because first of all, like a heavy point you brought out early on, my lord, is that Cuba is one of the only places in the entire world that everybody everywhere else in the world come for healthcare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we have the toughest healthcare in the Caribbean. And what if we put all our resources together? Who got this? Who got that? We ration and put things together and free trade and everybody. We don't need America. We don't need the oppressor. You know what I mean? And that is one of the things that I know Commanding General Yohana has taught us. We don't need them. Period. So like I said.
And Slack, yeah, we don't need China neither, we don't need Russia. You know
Damn right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Position
right.
in America and jar we in some unnecessary conflict where we don't have nothing to do with.
That is it. Yeah.
World War is between the oppressor and the heathens. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So we don't need to be a part of that. What we need
Damn right.
The Bible said, come together, gather together. You know what I mean? Slack.
That's right.
Damn right. That's heavy.
Yeah. Because and Jehovah's and them, they playing white man game.
God.
And as I say, just give it some time and see where this is all going to lead. If this is going to lead to Andrew Holness taking oil across to Cuba and helping them.
That's right.
I mean? You know what I mean?
Loving word and not in deed, sir. You damn right, sir.
That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if he loved the oppressor more, or he loved the brothers and them more. Which one? Right?
Right.
Anything again?
Isaiah 36 and 6, so we'd have queued up.
Yeah. Give me that before, you know what I mean? Before we close it up. Give me that one.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and 6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of thy broken reed, and Egypt.
You understand? The Lord says, trusted in a broken staff. Your politicians are broken.
Right.
Your preachers, they are broken. They are broken staff. They're weak. You understand? Read.
Whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand.
You understand? Their philosophies, their doctrine, you understand? It hurts us. Capitalism hurts us. Democracy hurts us.
Right.
You understand? It hurts us, man. Like, just imagine you a black man on the island. I'm a black man on the same island with you. But we're separated by the party we choose.
Right.
I want to do over what, the JLP? Or what's the other one?
PNP.
Or the PNP? Now we're fighting. Nah. Democracy hurts us. Democracy, does not, takes away the concept of brotherhood. It takes it away. You understand? Without democracy, without the white man's philosophy, without his doctrine, we will know that we will have to put our life on the line for each other.
That's right.
You understand? we will know and care for each other, you know what I mean, in ways where the oppressor, you know what I mean, will make him jealous of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Read on.
Can. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him.
So is who?
Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
And who's Pharaoh right now? Donald Trump.
Can.
So is he.
That's right.
To the 12 tribes in the Caribbean and all across the entire earth. You understand? Like we're gonna trust in his government. We're gonna let his government decide. Say that one time?
Salakia, the Epstein government. Salakia.
Yes. You understand? We're gonna
right.
I forget it, they use a word, Epstein, I forget it, how to word it. But yeah, that Epstein government, they will let them decide what you ought to do. No, we free men, right? Act like free men then, if we're free. Stop acting like a slave. A slave does what his master tells them to do.
That's right.
And your Holiness, if you don't do anything for these Cubans, we know who your master is. You understand?
Right.
We know who master is. You know what I mean? Anything else on that?
Yeah, sir, that was it.
That was it. You want anything else on that? Come on.
Yeah, if I may, Babu Kisha, you know, the whole time we've been talking, the only thing that came to my mind based on, Andrew, wholeness, is wholeness or wholeness? Wholeness, okay. And his, the little bit of courage that he had inside of him to stand up and speak against the United States. And then when that senator came out and said what he said, my question to Caribbean leaders and leaders that's not part of America, why do you have to allow America to meddle in your business?
Right.
And that's what a bully does. A bully meddles in your business because you know what? He is small in his mind. He has psychological problems. He has low self-esteem because he knows that if the person that he's bullying, you leave them alone, guess what's going to happen? They're going to rise way above him. And I got a precept, Babu Kisha, if I may.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. Behold, I have made him small among the heathens, thou art greatly despised. The white man is despised by every nation on the face of the earth. Why don't we despise him as well? Salakia.
God.
That's right. That's your preachers and your politicians.
Right.
They somehow play on hope. Huh. Anything else, Gary, or we good to go?
Yeah, sir, I think that's a good note to end the show upon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Find Andrew Holness and send him the clip, man. Let
me see if we have the AI clip generator still available, and we'll post it with us tagging.
Yeah, man, because I mean we really want to see what you're gonna do for these Cubans and them.
That's right.
I mean, in the seat.
All right, so to order again, Cap, for coming through, you know what I mean? Another excellent show, you know what I mean? Officer Ayazab, to order for coming through, you know.
I underbar. I'll be here next week.
Yeah, man, most of young Christ, man, definitely. We'll make you a staple on the show. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Most of Christ.
You bring additional energy, you know.
Yeah,
it's not real life only.
You know what I mean? Well appreciated, man. You see? So
yeah, to order to you, please.
Yeah, man. To order to for coming through again. You know what I mean? Another excellent show. Again, to everybody watching, this is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. And with that,
Right.
Shalom.
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 Yabashim Yashabak Thum.
Yabashim Shabakata.
Yeah. One West. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We work hard in a life, hustle every day and all in a night. Man a hunt for the goal and a dig it in a road and a live no life. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now me a seek time for myself and me a shell down some party. Me stress, me a look for a recess. For me brain me a refresh. This a game me a reset. Move to the girl inna the beach dress. The body a roller, she a the neatest. She nah no man, nah that a the weakness. So me the in her ears, but not like a real pest. Nah, just a move with a vibe. Because we a poor, the mood is alive. If you do 9 to 5, I know you a get rich, you do realize. I'm sorry, me need a break, I'm sorry. Right now we a poor kulu rump and Tennessee with Campari. That is it. Move to that girl, the body thing. What is it? You know see me attack loud the politics. Watch it twist. No one seen a chick flick, no matic click. No negative energy, a positive. One West I keep the peace and no magic trick. We are dance till in icon. We are groove, we are vibe. And no care, no fear right off. Life. Me say,